Hey there, everyone, welcome to another episode of Subculture TV. And just on time, Valentine's Day is coming up, which means I know you have the time to watch this video.
Hey everyone, welcome to Subcultured. My name is Jess.
And I'm Chris.
And I'm Tyler.
And we're going to talk about the best romance animes that you can find on Crunchyroll, High Dive, all your streaming platforms. And like Tyler said, with Valentine's Day coming up, it might not be bad to pretend you have a girlfriend and watch some of these. And
Hey, some people have girlfriends. Girlfriends can take many shapes. A pillow.
Waifus. Girlfriend. What's the difference?
Do you not know Lorlo? Oh no, Lorlo's single.
He's single right now.
Lorlo is single. Oh my goodness.
We'll see for how much longer.
So is Mikasa.
Yeah. Did you see her video?
Mikasa's
She finally came out with.
She finally broke her silence.
Yeah.
I did not see it. What did she say?
You should watch the full one on YouTube. I don't want to ruin it.
Wait, there's a full video? Like an actual, it's not a short?
No, he did post a short, and he said watch the full video on his YouTube. But you got to watch all of it, because you might think she's not saying anything, but she's saying volumes with her silence.
I always thought that Lorlo was super cringe, and that's what made him funny. And then he came out with the video, Mikasa breaking her silence, and I was like, no, this guy is a genius. He's just unappreciated for it. And that was his least liked video.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, please, more of this content.
For perspective, basically what he did was he posted that video, but it's just a video of the pillow, and obviously she's not saying anything because she can't speak.
Okay.
So it's just nothing.
It zooms in and out.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
While she does
Okay.
says nothing. But again, she's a pillow, and that's what makes it funny.
I just don't get did people not like it because they're they didn't get it?
I think so. I think they didn't get it.
That's genius to me.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. But anyways, who wants to start off with this list? Because I think we have quite a few to go over.
Well, maybe we can start light and start with My Love Story with Yamada-kun at level 999.
Yeah.
A mouthful of a title.
I mean, I don't know what's light about that. His level is 999.
Yeah.
The boy
That's
obviously
the level
does.
of his riz, by
Yeah.
the way.
Very much so. Well, it's light in that she likes him. He likes her. But it's just a matter of time before they get together. So there's not too much, there's no, evil stepmother. There's no, third
but there is
girl.
strife. No.
Yeah,
There's not really a third girl.
No, there is a third girl.
But my heartstrings were tugged at, the possibility of something bad happening for, one episode. And that was way too much.
Yeah, I felt like all the bad things that could have happened during that scene, it was, I knew it wasn't going to because of the type of anime it is. And so I was never that worried.
I was
pretty worried.
Really?
Yeah.
You guys didn't pick up on the vibes of the anime throughout the first 8 episodes?
I picked up on the fact that that girl is trying to steal my boy.
Exactly.
She's a little kid.
And none of the feelings were ever said to him from, what was her name? Was it Akane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She almost lost her chance.
Yeah, exactly. You something like that really could change everything. I don't know. I think that one kind of had some more turmoil than you're leading to.
I don't know. I never got the feeling anything bad was actually going to happen. Again, just because of the anime it was.
I think for the most part, realistically, out of all romance anime, it might have the least amount of turmoil for it.
Even when she was in peril and Yamada-kun realized that, it was never scary, suspenseful music. It was actually uplifting music as he ran after her. So even based on music alone, I never got the vibe that anything bad was going to happen. But that was just them setting the scene. It wasn't if it was real life, I would have been very terrified for the girl.
I think for the people though that are watching this, we should kind of just give it a little synopsis. So if you're into video games, which, let's be honest, if you like anime, there's a high chance that you are into video games.
High chance.
It's about a pro FPS player who stumbles upon a girl at a meetup who was recently dumped by her boyfriend for a person that he met in-game. And it's a MMORPG that they play together, and he ends up finding her through some circumstances that you'll find pretty immediately in the first episode. And they become friends, and it becomes this dilemma of, will they eventually get together? Will they reciprocate their feelings for each other? Or because of an age gap that does exist, I believe he is like at the end of high school, she's at the very beginning of college. Will that create some boundaries that, they don't want to cross? So I really like this anime. I said it was a 10 out of 10 when we first started watching it. I still think it's a 10 out of 10, but I give most romance animes a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's
So.
also like, it's a 10 out of 10 for what it is, but you might not like it as much as other genres, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't expect it to be the same as Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
It's a very different feeling.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, for a romance anime, it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
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 It's definitely like a when will they? Like if you like romance that's more a little easy, right? A little like, the people you want ending up together will end up together.
Yeah.
It's not like when there's like a love triangle and it's like, oh my gosh, I really hope they end up with this person, but you just don't know.
As in like Oshinoko.
That's not that's like a love triangle, but I think the one that's even worse than Oshinoko is it wrong to try picking up girls in a dungeon? Because the whole first season, you're like, he's going to end up with eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you're like, whoa,
And then the elf girl
I
comes.
kind of want him to end up with the elf girl.
Yeah.
Because she's also now verbally said she's going to chase after him.
Yeah.
But like, does he want her? Like he wants the other girl.
You kind of see something between them.
Yeah, but like right now he's so goal oriented and just
He is.
not building his house, but like his goddess's house. So it's a little different. It's even like eyes. Like he respects her. It's not obviously he has a thing for her.
He is a feminist.
Yeah,
he respects women that he meets in the dungeon.
Oh my gosh. But he does pick them up.
No.
Well, that's the whole title.
I don't think he's picked up a single girl in the dungeon.
I mean, I guess in a literal sense he has.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not one of the one that's even is possibly his love interest.
I guess technically it's not called picking up girls in a dungeon. It's is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? And, maybe the answer is no, and that's why he hasn't. A man of morals.
But either way, highly recommend Yamada-kun.
Yeah.
I think it's one that's continuing, so we can expect another couple seasons from it. I think some of the other ones on our list might, be one that's like a one and done.
Yeah.
But
nice thing about Yamada-kun is, in my opinion, although it is continuing, even if you just watch the first season, you can leave satisfied.
Yeah, because they ended up together.
Yeah, like there's nothing about it that left me like, oh, I need more, or even like, oh, I don't like I need to know what happens. It was a very satisfying ending, and I could have left it at that. But it's great that it's coming out with more.
yeah.
About to get spicy,
So can we talk about one that left me wanting more?
Huh.
My Dress Up Darling.
Oh.
At the end, when they're on the call and he falls asleep.
Wait, are they not continuing it?
They are going to continue.
Okay.
But I'm saying like.
Oh, okay. Give me a little hard time. I was like, wait, what?
One of them has already said their feelings, but the other one doesn't know yet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that, at least in this one, there's not a love triangle. It's really only the two main characters.
They introduce other girls that could potentially like him, but he definitely does not have his eyes out on them.
Yeah, and I would say it's like an introduction in that, like, you see these other girls, but they never spend any time together. There's really no, moments between them.
Well, to be fair, the one girl that he did meet was the other girl's little sister. It's just that she's, like, really, tall and everything. Busty. So, I guess that could also be weird because, she would be too young.
No. That wasn't the sister. That was a different cosplayer. That was a famous cosplayer.
No, the famous cosplayer's sister, remember? That cosplayed as the guy?
Cosplayers.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's the
right.
famous cosplayer's little sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And even though she's bigger, and so that would be weird.
You know what's something I actually appreciate about My Dress Up Darling? Like how many real life elements, just from experience, it's in that show.
Oh, about cosplay?
Yeah, cosplay, the relationships that come from cosplay, the fallouts that come from cosplay.
The needing to have a boundary of your personal life versus your cosplay life.
Yeah.
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 So just like with Yamada-kun, the synopsis for Dress Up with Darling pretty much follows this girl who really wants to be in cosplay, but she doesn't have the skill set to make her own cosplay. And then there's this guy who has the skill set to make clothing because he's very into making like little dolls, and he makes clothing for them. And so they kind of team up, and he makes her cosplay. She, I think, pays for all the materials and everything, so it's works out in both favor. And obviously they fall in love.
Yeah.
Slowly, and it's very like, if you're into it, it's very sexual. Like it's very it like toes the line a lot.
Now, I think what's interesting about it is it's that stereotypical trope of the popular girl and the not so popular guy, but I think it at least does it differently in that this guy is not unpopular because he doesn't have the looks or he doesn't want to be. It's just like he's very focused on trying to pursue his goal of being like a professional doll maker, like a traditional doll maker. So it's not like something weird. Like he's not like, he's
like
not like
those
oh,
dolls.
yeah, it's not like a weird kind of like fetish thing. It's like a traditional.
The way that he is a little weird and fetish about it.
But I think that's more of like an obsession, like as
there's nothing
passion.
sexual about it.
Well, there's nothing sexual, but it does go past more than obsession in that like he'll see a pretty doll, he'll like get red in the face because he's like blushing, and he'll be like, so beautiful, as he's like near shaking. So it does go past normal, but it's not sexual.
Have you seen anybody that's collected geodes?
Like geodudes?
Yeah, because they're the same way. They're all like, when they see that perfect color, I don't know, I can't see the colors, but whatever, they freak out. And like they do blush.
And that's above normal.
Yeah.
Just like I'm saying about him. I'm not saying it's weird. I'm just saying it's above what normal levels of obsession.
What's a synopsis of above? Or sorry, a synonym for above weird.
Not above weird, above normal.
Or no, sorry, above normal.
Sorry, above obsessed, which was the word you used. Just he does fetishize it a little bit.
Or like when I'm playing a game and my teammate's not all negative. Like when there's like actually people with positive KDs on my team, I'm like, it's so happy.
When does that happen?
It doesn't. That's why it still makes me blush.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, I thought there was like rumors that he was gonna come out with like Dress Up Darling like ecchi version, the author, but I don't think he ever did.
No, there's no.
Or was it a joke?
No, the fan base came up with that.
Oh.
In the quite literal sense where they did make.
Is it good?
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Why do you even need that? It's pretty. It gets pretty spicy as it is.
You kind of see everything you need to see.
Yeah, I would say this: like, if you're someone who's not fine with being in an uncomfortable, because it's uncomfortable to an extent, right?
Yeah.
Like you're like, wow, that just happened.
Yeah.
Nothing actually ends up happening, but like it still puts you in an uncomfortable state. Yeah, I know what you're thinking about, but like they don't go like the full distance.
Yeah, like there's
what I mean?
actual doing the deed.
Yeah.
But like
there's
there
like
is
even less
some like
that happens in like when it's implied in other animes. You know what I mean?
Well, there is a scene where it's heavily implied that she is in undies sitting on a tent. His tent.
Yeah.
I say implied, but you can clearly see it. And they're like breathing all heavy. So I don't know if other animes go that far, I gotta be honest.
Look, I can never pronounce his name. Jobless.
Oh, Mashoko Tensei.
Yeah. Season 2.
Oh, that's true. He just like tugs it out.
Well, that, and then the elf that likes to sleep with younger guys.
Oh yeah.
Like outside the window.
But like
Sophie or
But like you
kind
kind
of
of like
with his cousin.
Yeah.
His underage cousin as a 40-year-old reincarnated man.
Yeah.
Sorry, I still have a problem with that show.
But like you don't see it. It's like panned out, right? Like you don't
see enough?
They like hint at it, but they don't. You're not seeing like them with their genitals only separated by 2 very thin pieces of cloth.
Redo of Healer.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing.
That's not an anime. That is a hentai. That is straight up a hentai.
I don't know. I think it's pretty darn sexual, like more sexual than other animes. But if you're into that, like,
If you had to give it a
the-
rating, because you know, like 13
oh,
allows,
definitely
17,
PG-13.
13. Okay, so that's
Yeah.
not, okay.
It's
I
not
could agree with
R
that.
because it's not. You don't really see.
How about
the-
TV 17?
No, I would give it
No.
PG-13.
13,
Yeah.
so, yeah,
PG-13.
see? So
Nothing is
I don't
said,
think that's bad.
nothing is
Yeah.
done that makes it rated R. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you're fine with feeling a little bit uncomfortable, like in like some moments, I think this is a really like good show.
I agree.
Yeah, and it's a really great romance anime too, because you actually get to see it blossoming rather than just like a love at first sight kind of a thing. Because from both of them, like neither him nor her, which is very unusual for a romance anime,
Mhm.
falls for the person immediately.
yeah,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
that was a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that they're kind of, well, in the beginning, he's kind of attracted, but in a very, like, surface level.
Yeah.
Because she's pretty, not in, like, a I love her kind of way.
Yeah.
Which, again, happens in real life,
Yeah,
you know?
very
That's
true.
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
So what's the next one on the list?
We have a sad one that will make you cry, and that's Your Lie in April.
Lies were never told.
Well, okay, so
No, they were.
Your Lie in April follows a prodigy pianist who had retired, a girl who really likes music.
She's a violinist.
Yes, and
They got P's and V's.
you got P's and V's. She pretty much asked him to help her go out with his friend. You've already watched Your Lie in April. Who are we kidding? It was all a ruse. She didn't like the friend. But it's sad. It follows just like them getting closer as friends and then kind of realizing feelings. And then at the end, it gets you on a real tearjerker, which I won't spoil just in case someone hasn't watched it.
I think there's a decent amount of people that haven't watched
You
it.
think so? If you
Really?
haven't watched it, you
Yeah.
have to watch it. It's so good.
I don't get how you wouldn't, because I feel like for the longest time, that was one of the few animes on Netflix for
Well,
years.
there's a lot of new anime watchers.
Yeah, I
That's
was gonna say
true.
there's a lot of people that
That's
are younger that are getting into anime that
Because like
realistically, that's,
the
yeah.
the animation I still think holds up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of
like,
the it's
really
one of
well.
like the best animated like things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just I don't know how to put it other than like it's a good sad.
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah,
It's definitely more slice of life, right? And it's like a rom-com for the first half, and then you kind of get into the
Yeah,
last act where it becomes just a
gotcha.
sad.
like gotcha.
Yeah.
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 Quite literally.
Like
Yeah.
like the toughest people cry at the end.
Oh,
of
yeah.
this.
Are you
I think
kidding me?
everyone goes into that hearing that it makes you cry, and like they get through like 90% of it, and they're like, "What are these like idiots talking about?"
And then
And then like boom, it hits you like a truck.
Yeah, even knowing what's gonna happen doesn't prepare you for how sad it is.
I still
No.
can't even listen to the music.
Uh,
Yeah, because
yeah.
with the moment I hear it, I'm like, oh no.
yeah.
It's like I automatically start tearing up. I'm like, oh man, nope, next.
Oh man, I wish I could say what I want to say, but then it would spoil it.
That's always the
Man.
worst.
Gosh. Okay, we have to move on from this one.
Okay.
Because I can't. Yeah, I can't not spoil it.
That being said, if you're already feeling sad about not having a date on Valentine's Day, not a bad choice. Get all the tears out, pretend it's from the anime and
Get some
not your
pizza,
loneliness.
some wine,
And then,
cry your eyes out.
yeah,
Yeah.
Perfect.
easy.
Man, that was a rough one. But next one I have is Into the Forest of Fireflies. So, have you watched it, Chris?
I haven't.
You
It's
haven't watched it?
so this one's a movie.
Yeah.
So this is definitely
at?
one you.
Where at? Do you know where it's streamed on?
It's been so long ago, and they
It's-
always switch
yeah,
around.
It's an older one.
Like-
So
Early 2000s.
I think so.
Yeah. The animation's still pretty good, but
It holds up.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say it's still very solid in the animation. Like the proportions of the faces were drawn well. So it's not like the old school like super big
Oh,
eyes
with
or
the
anything.
eye,
like
Yeah,
that.
the
that's-
Code Geass.
No, yeah.
But it worked somehow for it at the time.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
because-
I mean,
because they were
everyone was
like-
doing it.
Because if like it's kind of like the first person like the person who invented basketball. People probably thought he was sick at it until anyone else played it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like that's how I look back at old anime.
Yeah,
But
that's fair enough.
Into the Forest of Fireflies is definitely one you can watch in one day because it's a movie. It's about, I think, like an hour, 30 minutes.
Okay, that's not bad.
So it's like your stereotypical movie.
Honestly, I think it's shorter.
Really?
There is a
Yeah.
chance like it is slightly shorter. But essentially the whole premise is there is this girl that in the summers, she goes to the countryside to spend time with her uncle. And she gets lost playing in the forest one day, like that's in like the uncle's backyard. And she's met by a guy in a mask who we later find out is like a spirit, and he helps her find her way back. Now, the big thing is that he can't touch anyone because if he's touched by anyone, he was cursed by the forest that if he touches anyone, he disappears.
Forever.
Like forever.
Like he's dead.
He's done. Like that's his spirit.
Yeah, gone.
Yeah.
Like so, quite literally, a little touch will
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
Like
That's-
this, like
So if someone was
skin on
after
skin
him,
contact. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
over.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But he essentially the girl comes back and she keeps coming back throughout her years. She starts off as like a younger girl, maybe like middle school aged, and it progresses to the point where she's in high school. And like the whole climax is he starts to realize, like they both realize they have feelings for each other, and they start to realize, one, she's going to college. This is going to be her last year really spending her time with her uncle. So, you know, what's going to happen from here on out? As much as like they've said that they've, you know, it's very obvious that they like each other and they both know that they like each other. How can things kind of move on from here? But it's a really, really touching story. Very cute. I think it's one that it has a happy ending, like in its own sense, but it really makes you work for the happy ending.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
say that. And I think it's something that most people would really enjoy. I think it's a kind of a hidden gem.
Yeah. I did
Yeah.
look it up. Runtime, 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
That's runtime?
Two episodes.
It's only 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two
Dang, that's short.
episodes.
Yeah.
That's incredibly short.
Like you could
Yeah.
watch that in no time flat.
Yeah.
And it has great emotional payoff. Like you would think with 2 episodes, right, which is what it is, that you're not going to get invested enough to really care, but you do.
Oh yeah. So I used to think that until I watched To Your Infinity. I don't know if you guys watched that one.
I haven't, but I've seen clips from
actually, yeah, I think I've seen like clips from that one too.
Yeah, that
it. The
first
same
episode.
clip, right? The one with the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, see, like that first episode messed me up.
Oh, actually, I did watch the first episode.
Yeah.
It's the one where it turns into like a rock or
With
something,
the
then a
dog.
wolf,
Then
and then it
yeah.
turns into, yeah, I did watch that.
Yeah, it is a pretty rough.
Yeah.
It's good though.
Yeah. I just.
Yeah.
So is it like that?
Worse. You'll
Worse?
really
Yeah.
care for these characters, and
Yeah.
then you'll cry a little bit maybe,
Ugh.
and then get happy after.
Okay.
I can't spoil it, but the way the ending happens too,
It's fulfilling.
it's
It's not as-
fulfilling, but you feel robbed.
Yeah.
You
robbed?
get so angry. You feel robbed at why it happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. But really great story. I mean, the characters are great, and then I looked it up. It's 2011,
Okay.
so the animation's
Oh, that's
still
not
really,
that,
really
yeah,
good.
I was like, yeah, that's not that old.
Yeah, I remember watching it, I think maybe in college and thinking like, okay, wow, this is a good movie. I don't know why more people haven't talked about it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, probably because it's 45 minutes, so,
So
it never really got.
became a movie, but never was an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not based off of any other show. It's not like a spin-off, so
Is it an
didn't
original?
have.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it didn't have like an existing following for
Yeah.
it.
But I think I honestly don't get why it's not more popular, because like the main character is a good-looking guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a very cool premise.
I agree.
Well, I mean, if it's an original, right, it's really hard for like any original content to be popularized. Like,
They just don't have the backing.
well, dude, like Project K, right? That series was phenomenal.
Yeah.
How many people have actually watched it?
Not many,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's an interesting one.
What,
to
Project
say
K?
the least. Yeah, just
Yeah.
because of the art style.
I love the art
Mm.
style. It worked so well.
Yeah, I don't think
Interesting.
anything's been done like that. But no, I would highly recommend something you can watch very quickly on the couch, have a nice payoff.
Yeah, you can literally,
You can watch it over dinner.
dude, you can watch it while waiting for your pizza to get delivered.
Yeah, literally,
You
yeah.
know?
Uber Eats won't even be there by the time that
Yeah.
you finish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really quick. It's shocking. It's only 4 to 5 minutes.
Yep. Next one, we'll go a little lighter. Here is something that has strife, but in the most comical way, so you're not like that upset about it ever. And it's Love is War. Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Oh man.
Such a good show. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have. You know what's funny?
Hmm.
I've only known it as Love is War.
Okay.
I never paid attention to Kaguya. So when people referenced it as Kaguya, I was like, what the heck is that? And when I looked it up on Crunchyroll, I was like, yes, I have seen this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, it's so good. Do you want to give a synopsis?
Yeah, I mean, the synopsis is very simple. It's really about it's a private school, and there's a class president and the class vice president. And you find out that they both like each other, but very much like high school, it becomes a game of how will they get the other person to confess that they like the other, like they like them first. So it's never about, will they have the right opportunity to say it? It's always about, oh, like it's a power play of, oh, I'm going to make them say it.
Yeah.
And that's really where the comedy lies. It's possibly not just one of the best romance, but I would say it is the best comedy anime of all time.
Yes, it is so funny. And if you like cringe, like it is so good.
Yeah.
There are so many times where mid-watch, I have to just pause it and I have to take a breath and like leave because it is so cringe. I physically cannot handle it. Like it's just too much.
I haven't even gone to watch the finale because
The movie?
she keeps turning it off.
Like we're like halfway through the movie, right? The very last movie that came
Yeah.
out. I cannot for the life of me. Like after the whole have you seen the movie?
I have not seen it. I
Is
didn't
that
even
the
know
one
Okay.
this
with like
movie.
the
Yeah, where they become all weird squiggly people and they're like
What?
Shinomiya, and then she
Yeah.
goes Taicho.
Yeah.
Like it's so and then like someone walks in and they see like without the rose tinted glasses what these characters are doing and it is bad. It's so
Well,
cringe.
that's like the best part about it, right? Is you get what's going on like within their inner dialogue,
Mhm.
and then you get the perspective of the people that are seeing them from the outside, thinking like looking at these people like what is wrong with them? Like they're being so childish.
I didn't even know there was a movie.
Oh yeah, that's like the very very last
You haven't watched the
one.
finale?
No.
Wait, did you watch all the seasons
Yeah.
with the rose balloons? Or sorry, the heart balloons?
Yeah.
So it follows that immediately. The movie comes
Yeah.
right after that.
Oh, I had no idea. I was waiting for another season.
Yeah,
no,
they
it's
can't-
on Crunchyroll though.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
You'll see the scene and you'll understand what I mean cuz that killed me.
Hey, give me kills. Still.
No, I'm dead.
Oh, you're dead.
I'm dead. It has no bearing on my ghost anymore.
Like, I'm going to watch that by myself today.
It's so cringe, but it's so good because like they're like almost playing like mini mind games. It's like
Yeah.
less stakes mini Death Note episodes.
Yeah. So like an example of like a mind
Oh.
game is that in order to get the other person to ask them out, they have movie tickets and they know that the person has movie tickets. So he has to then wonder who to give the extra movie ticket to. And it would make sense for him to give it to her, but yet he doesn't want to do it. So, and everything ends up, I like at the end, there's always like a narrator,
Yeah.
or there's always a narrator to begin with, but at the end, there's always a narrator that ends up saying who won that day.
Yeah.
And sometimes you'll have it to where it's like they both lost.
Like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a it's a banger series. And if you like Oshinoko, it's by the same mangaka as Oshinoko. So yeah, it's definitely a very different take. Oshinoko is not a comedy.
No.
No, it's not.
But it's
Yeah.
it's refreshing.
But it's kind of amazing how the mangaka was able to come out with Oshinoko, such a plot-heavy, very, very interesting, and like very deep characters.
Yeah.
And then Love is War, which is the most comedic romance with the simplest premise, and he does both so freaking well.
The art styles are so different too, not even just from the anime perspective, but from how the manga is drawn, that you almost feel that it would be two different mangakas.
Mm-hmm.
But
Amazing
yeah.
job.
They did an amazing job with it. I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. What do we have next? We have Call of the Night, which I actually cosplayed as last AX, except I forgot everything at home.
You know what's really cool about not Call Night, but High Dive? So it just reminded me. Star's following us on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I actually think that sounds
Nice.
pretty cool. I'm like, oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Star is the High Dive. She works at High Dive. Huh?
Marketing.
She's the marketing manager.
Yes.
Yeah, really cool person.
Super nice. If you ever go to like an anime convention that High Dive is at, most likely she'll be there.
She's very vibrant.
Yeah.
Hard to miss.
Yeah,
She-
like go to a High Dive
Yeah.
showing, because usually those are like, she'll be there in the front and give you a little bit of a premise, and she'll even stay back to like, talk to you about it. So
Yeah.
I was very impressed with how High Dive, really cares about the people that actually watch their the stuff they put out.
Actually, I think was Call of the Night the first anime we all started watching on High Dive.
Are you sure it
No.
wasn't Eminence in Shadow?
Was Eminence of Shadows the first one they
Could
started?
have also been Oshinoko. Call of the Night was later.
Was
Or-
it?
I only started watching Call of the Night because I got High Dive in order to watch something else.
Mm.
Or was it Akibara Maid War?
Oh my
that
gosh.
first episode, banger.
Romance.
The rest of
Am
them
I
are
right?
actually good.
Are you finished it?
Yeah, well, I think I have 2 episodes left, but
Really?
they're really good. They're funny in their own ways. Nothing will ever catch you as off guard as that first episode.
That's what I need.
Well, no, they all have like that weird ending to it.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like
but
though,
they're-
because you're expected after that, right?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
hard to get you that off guard again.
They set the bar real high.
Yeah,
A little
it's-
too high.
Should we cosplay, all of us, as Akiba Maid Wars and learn the dance of killing?
I was like,
Man, if you like John Wick, watch Akiba
if
Maid
you like
Wars.
John Wick and Maids,
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
But like, watch it to the end, because the very, very tippity tip end
Like
of
30
the first,
seconds.
yeah, of the first episode is where it actually gets good. If you don't like the whole first episode, besides that last part, I get it. Like, I was also confused why I was there,
Same.
yeah.
right?
Yep.
But the
But it's
ending,
worth it.
Yep, man.
Honestly, I didn't know what to do with myself.
Yeah.
I was like, what did I watch?
Right?
like in the quite literal sense, I was like, I don't know literally what I just watched.
You know how like in like movies or like in anime, I guess, like when they have their mouth wide open because they're
Yeah.
in shock. That was me. Like I couldn't close. I was literally just like I like flies could have gone in for sure.
I remember the first time I watched that, I think like we were at your mom's house
Yep.
and they were speaking Korean, so I had nothing to do. So I was like, what's cool? Putting on Japanese things in the background. So I was watching Akiba Maid War, and then I was like,
While they're all speaking Korean in the back.
yeah.
Imagine if my mom had looked over during that one scene. She would have been so confused. Probably very upset. And there would be no way to explain to her why you're watching.
I would have just told her what it was about.
It's okay.
You can't. She doesn't even understand.
Oh,
It's true.
wait, she can't understand English?
I think you would lose her at maid.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, she knows
I'd be like, cleany clean.
like she knows like enough English to take orders, like food orders.
Okay.
but not enough English for like hanging out.
So not conversational.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Call of the Night basically follows this guy. He's probably in high school. He ventures out into the night one night and realizes that he really loves it. He really loves the night, just how everything is, how everything looks. And then he meets this one girl, Nazuna, and he finds out that she's a vampire, and so she lives like in the night. And so his goal now is to become a vampire. And in order to become a vampire, she needs to take his blood while he is in love with her.
Yeah.
So he needs to be in love with her while she takes his blood in order to become a vampire. And he's always been like pretty aromantic. Like he's never really liked anyone. Not
Pretty
romantically or anything.
Aromantic? Pretty?
Very,
Yeah.
like
aromantic.
extreme.
Yeah.
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 And so it's kind of him like wanting to fall in love with her. And I think he'll get there, but even at the end of the first season, like he's not quite there. Like he really likes her as a friend, but obviously he's not in love with her. And and I say obviously because she sucks his blood every night, and he still hasn't turned. So that's
Yeah.
pretty clear cut. Like
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say though he's had a lot of, like, even though like it's like a rom-com comedy, whatever, he's had a lot of emotional growth for
Yes. Yeah.
someone like that. Like
And-
I've never met anybody like that personally, so I don't
Yeah.
really know how they are. But he had when you first meet him, talking with her in front of the vending machines or whatever,
mhm.
to the last episode.
When he does it to her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, like that showed so much growth.
I
Yeah.
also think like cinematically, one of the best animes.
Oh,
yeah.
the colors.
The
Yep.
colors, the outro like of the first episode where they're like flying as like the music is in the background.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. But like there's like another added layer that you didn't talk about, which is like it's not just that he wants to now become a vampire. Vampire society, you either have to turn someone that you bite into a vampire or you really have to like kill them if they find out about you,
Mhm.
because then the whole like society would collapse.
Yeah.
So the whole thing is now there's a time limit on them. Like he has to fall in love with her. She has to like let that happen. You know what I mean?
Or else the vampire
else-
society will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she's also, we found out, never turned anyone into a vampire. So there's
Wow.
that issue
Yeah.
as well.
Is it getting a season 2?
Yeah, it is.
It is?
Thank
Okay, good.
goodness. And the people that wrote the intro and outro song, I think they did such a stellar job. And
Yeah.
you know what I found out the name of that band is? Creepy Nuts.
Yeah, Creepy Nuts.
I kid you not. That is the official band name of the people that wrote the song for the anime. Creepy Nuts.
Adding them to my playlist.
Crazy.
You know what? You can't say you will never remember that.
Yeah.
Marketing tactic, okay? Always be remembered.
Well, that's like Fire Force, the one popular song that everyone knows of, Inferno.
Mhm.
You know like the name of the band that made that?
No.
It's Mrs. Green Apple.
Mrs. Green Apple?
Yeah.
You know, they all like to have interesting names.
Yeah.
Do you think that's just like they think it sounds cool? Like the Japanese translation sounds really good, but when it gets translated, it just gets
You know, you
Maybe.
think about it,
Jumbled?
like,
I thought you were trying to do like the sign language for their band name.
Oh no, that would require me to know sign language.
but like what band,
Oh, you went like this. And then
like what band even has like a cool name?
Metallica,
I don't know.
AC/DC.
Judas Priest.
AC/DC doesn't have a cool name. It's just a bunch of letters put
Leonard
together.
Skinner.
Leonard Skinner does not have a cool name.
Judas Priest, Walls of Jericho.
No. The Walls of Jericho fell down, first of all.
Yeah, I did.
Mumford and Sons.
It doesn't make sense.
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragons.
These nuts. These creepy nuts.
He's not these creepy nuts.
Dave
Um,
Matthews Band.
Oh,
Dave
God.
Matthews Band, the Zach Brown Band,
Yeah, you know.
All killer.
Maroon 5.
Are there even 5 of them? I could not tell you. I only know the one guy.
4, I think, actually.
I don't know.
Oh, we're the 5th person. It's like, oh, like you're
Yeah.
part of our band. I
Panic
don't know.
at the
Exactly.
Disco.
I'm not creating their marketing for them for no reason. They probably do have 5
I
members.
feel like most band names though are just like random things put together.
Or like, do you remember Fifth Harmony? Sixth Harmony?
No, you had it right. Fifth
Harmony?
Yeah.
They lost one of their members, and they were like, "We're still Fifth Harmony," because like
Who was Fifth Harmony?
they're like a band, like a American girl band. Do you know Camilla Cabello? She sung the song
Have you seen any?
Havana.
Have you ever seen any? Heard any Shawn Mendes song?
Any Shawn Mendes songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, any of them.
Any of them?
Like the music videos?
No,
no.
just
Have you just heard any of his
heard
songs?
them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, then
Well,
they were all about
every
her.
single. He
Oh.
said every single song like he's ever sang was about her.
Yeah, so you've heard about her.
What?
When they
Yeah.
started
Are you
dating,
serious?
all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
3 years, like after getting big, he was like, "Yeah, every song I ever wrote was about her."
Well, you know what album is about to pop off?
Hmm.
Huh.
The next Taylor Swift album when they break up.
Oh,
Ooh.
let's
I'm
hope they
just-
don't break up
Yeah.
for her sake.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
She
the
needs to
thing
land
is,
one.
I just
I
want
hope
her to
so.
be happy. No, I don't think she needs to get married in order to be happy. I just want her to be happy in general. And if that means dating around, good for her. Like,
mean-
not everyone has to settle
No,
down forever.
First of all, I don't think that's on her why she hasn't been able to settle down.
I don't think that every guy that's left, like that she's dated, had been the one to leave.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
know.
think of one that hasn't.
Yeah.
What's his name? The Loki.
Loki.
Loki, Tom Hiddleston.
They dated?
I don't know if they dated.
They did?
I don't think they dated.
I haven't heard a song about him yet.
Yeah, I don't think they dated.
All right, everyone ready for me to be right yet again?
What song is about Asgard?
Yeah. Yeah, or being a trickster.
Yeah, or King Kong, Skull Island.
Oh, how interesting.
I don't see a face. I'm just kidding.
It doesn't count
Oh,
unless
didn't-
count unless they were going to be engaged. Everyone knows that's how it works with Taylor
They
Swift.
were going to be. But again,
But if I was him,
can we get like a counter of just being right and then put like 8?
has it been 8 times?
It has to have been. At least.
Well,
I'm
like,
being
think
conservative.
about how many times you've been wrong.
Well, it's more so about every time we think that we're right among the three of us.
To be
it's
fair,
that I'm always right.
We questioned. We didn't say they didn't.
There's a
date.
lot of other times where
I'm just saying as of right now.
I don't know. Can we rewind the tape? Did he say, did they ever date? Or did he say, I don't think they ever dated? Can we rewind, play, and then put my counter back up to 9?
Oh my gosh.
I'm a neutral party in this last one.
Yeah, no. I think that's
Um,
fair.
Did we even finish talking about Call of the Night?
I think so. I
Yeah.
mean, that's,
Yeah.
that's pretty much the gist.
It's really good. Good vibes.
Get ready
yeah.
for season 2.
Like watch it at nighttime. Just one a night.
Well, I mean, it's
Oh.
kind of hard to watch it in the daytime just because, like, how dark the series is.
I guess maybe.
Like, in the literal sense, just
Yeah.
how.
So, Chris, do you want to talk about the last one?
I can't pronounce that, so I'll let you do that one. Just pronounce it for me.
It's Itadaki Seiki.
You know, it's a good romance anime between a transfer student,
Mhm.
you know, and lucky enough to get paired up with somebody that's just smart in the class and helps her out.
Yeah. But, like,
Yeah.
the interesting thing is that, like, she likes him so much that whatever his desires are,
It comes true.
like, it becomes true.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. In like the physical sense.
That's
Yeah.
a good power.
Yeah. You know, so they definitely like,
Is it like a will they, won't they? Or is it like a they definitely will?
It's like a definitely
They do end
will
up together.
situation. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Like,
okay.
like for sure.
Nice.
yeah, it's a one. I think it's a one episode, like one.
Oh, like an
One
OVA?
thing.
Yeah. It's like
Okay.
a 1 or 2, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
But it's short. Definitely something you could watch in one sitting.
yeah.
Nice. I know. I saw that on the list and I was like, that's surprising because I probably watch way more romance than Chris. And then you put one up there that I never heard of. But maybe I'll give it a shot.
You should.
Yeah.
It's definitely one that'll make
I think
you
it's one
feel
that you'll watch
amazingly.
again and again.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
for sure.
I think so.
I don't watch many animes again and again.
But it's so short that I think it has like the possibility for you to want to watch it again and again, because it's literally like if it is 2 episodes, then it's like max 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll give you my review on it.
yeah. Thank you. We'll be waiting for Jess's review next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, this has been Subculture TV. Thanks so much for watching an episode. In the comments below, if you have a favorite rom-com or romance anime that we haven't mentioned, feel free to drop it. We'd love to see your recommendations and possibly even talk about them in the future.
Sounds good to me.
All right, thanks.